Hello, hello, welcome back. And today we're talking about how to get a pay raise every 3 months, a big one. So, in my life, I don't necessarily have to work, but I do because there's some skill sets that I wanted to build. And so that's why this is kind of confusing because I work for my family business, but I also work for an architectural drafting firm in town. And I also do other things because I'm more of an entrepreneur spirit. Um, but I'm going to be telling you guys how to be consistently moving up in a company and getting pay raise because I'm still at that stage. I know other people, you can apply this to salaries or anything else you want it to apply to. But for any of those, I speak to girls. I guess anybody could use this knowledge. But anyone who's kind of new to the workforce and is wanting to build themselves up, then this is who this video is for. So, the first thing is be irreplaceable with your personality, your looks, and your work ethic. These are three huge, huge things, okay? And if I look down, it's because of my notes. But be irreplaceable with your personality. Always be happy, have a I can do it attitude. Don't be making your boss's life harder. Try to make it easier. Be kind of like an eager beaver in a way. Not making a fool of yourself, but just being pleasant and happy and respectful. A lot of times, especially, well, lots of people these days, I won't say especially women or men, but no one has respect these days. But respect goes a really long way. You need to respect your boss and carry that same thing to your relationship with your father, with your family, with your siblings, with your husband, with the men in your life, with the women in your life. Have respect. Show respect. It is a huge, huge thing. And it will get you so far because most people do not have it. And everyone likes being respected. I mean, even you, if you admit it, you like being respected, right? And another thing is looks. Looks is extremely, extremely important. There is such a thing as pretty privilege. So play that up in your favor. Look beautiful, dress up, be nice to look at. Be irreplaceable in that regard. Sorry about that, my ring light is being crazy. But your looks are extremely important, so dress up. Like they say, dress to impress and dress for the job you want, not the job that you have. So even if you're starting at the bottom, be dressing as if you want to be the CEO, okay? That's how I've always done it, and you can always be finessing that skill and figuring out more ways you can look nicer and better. And I'm not saying I do this to the complete 9s and 10s or whatever the phrase is, because I don't use makeup and I don't dye my hair and all kinds of crazy things. I don't have fancy nails. I just have, natural nails, all of those things. But just be clean, presentable, and naturally beautiful is the way I do it. You can do it, of course, however you want to do it. Be professional. Don't be showing skin or anything like that. That is not the place you want to be doing that. Or anywhere. I mean, just do that in your home with your husband. No one else. Yeah, not even before he's your husband. But that's a video for another day. Don't just be leaking out your energy, okay? Be saving it for yourself. And looks is super important. And a lot of people get mad that there is such a thing as pretty privilege. Well, don't get mad at the rules of the world. Just use them in your favor. And sure, of course, there's probably a lot of women prettier, way prettier than me. But be the prettiest one where you're at, okay? And that can just be your inner beauty shining out, because a lot of people can be beautiful on the outside, but if they're not on the inside and don't have the respect and other things that you have, they won't stand a chance with you, okay? And the third thing was the work ethic. Give your best. Be doing your work as if you're doing it for God himself, because you are. Okay, don't just be thinking I'm doing it for this guy or this woman or whoever's my boss. No, you're doing it for God. Give your best. Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, be so good that nobody who was ever before you in history, nobody alive at the present time, and nobody that will ever be born could be better than you at what you're doing. Okay? And I know a lot of the women that I talk to are high achievers. Like I am ambitious, self-driven women. And you guys can go a little too far in that regard, like I did. And you can burn yourself out and make yourself extremely sick. So you know your limits. You don't need to be like, how do I know I'm giving my best unless I'm working 24 hours a day and giving up absolutely everything for it? Like, no. Get rid of that. That is not how it is supposed to go at all. For you guys, I would be saying make it easy. What are ways you can make your job easy? Like, because a high achiever, we try to make things even extra harder than they already are, because all of our growing up life, all of the accolades and everything and praise from parents was given because of how much we sacrificed ourselves or gave ourselves. So no, just drop that and yeah, you'll be good. Don't be overachieving. Achieve, but don't overachieve and put your health on the line. So the next thing is don't go for big bucks at the beginning. You're going to be learning and taking a lot of your boss's time. You're going to be taking up a lot of it because he's going to be teaching you. And if you ask too much in the beginning, you'll also feel like you can't keep up and it's going to be hard on you. And you're going to feel really burnt out and like you can't do this because everything is hard in the beginning, okay? So don't be trying to work up your wage too much at the beginning unless you are already like coming in super skilled and you know exactly what you're doing. And that is also in the book Mastery by Robert Greene, which is all about apprenticeship and how to get started in the workforce and become a master. And that's a really good book for any of you guys who are working for somebody and wanting to move up. And advocate for yourself. You know, be fun but firm. So once you have worked yourself up and you are absolutely irreplaceable, you need to get to that point before you can start asking for, you know, the big pay raises and proving that you have value and you want to be compensated in return. Then advocate for yourself. Be fun but firm. You know, hold your ground, but in a fun way. Don't be defensive or anything about the negotiating. Understand his concerns, because he's going to be telling you, I don't know if I can do that. You know, the building, what are the other employees going to think, like all this stuff. He's going to be telling you all of these things. Be completely understanding. Don't argue with him on those things. Understand, but don't give in. Okay? Don't be like, oh, well, if it's just like that hard for you, then just don't worry about it. Like, I'm totally fine. You know, don't do that, okay? And yeah, be irreplaceable. That is the first thing. And you become irreplaceable by your work ethic, your personality, and how you present yourself. So be irreplaceable. And you're only going to get paid for the value you provide, okay? So have an actual skill. You can only be getting like these big pay raise bumps like every 3 months if you have an actual skill. If you're just flipping burgers at McDonald's or some other menial kind of task, you know, you're not providing much value to society. Like, yes, we are all equal in the eyes of God as our souls, what they are worth. You know, we are all equal in that regard, but we are not equal in the marketplace. You know, the value, the skills you provide, your education, your work ethic, your drive, your ability to learn and mold and be able to work yourself up. That is what makes you valuable. So someone who's a billionaire is a billionaire because they're providing that much value to that many people. And someone who is making minimum wage is because they're just giving that much value to the world. Okay? This is a hard thing, but use it as inspiration to make yourself work your way up, okay? So have skills. And if you don't have any, start building them. You know, start taking classes. You know, some people have to do it by doing college and getting a degree that way. Or get in a trade, be an apprentice, you know, things like that. And if you're just willing to learn and have a work ethic, you can work your way up anywhere. And that's pretty much the only thing you need. Okay? So you're only going to get paid for the value you provide. And I get these pay raises, whereas no one else where I work does. And that's because I give my heart and soul to what I do. I give my best. I have respect. I look good. I do all the things. And people will notice, because that is super, super, super rare. You will be a gem and they'll be afraid to lose you. Okay? And that is what you want. So I hope that helped you guys. Definitely drop some comments below what your biggest takeaways were, and like this video and subscribe, join the community, and yeah, definitely drop a comment. I'd love to get to know you guys. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.